Giants Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey, sold out for the 60th consecutive time as the NFL starts its 62nd season. Meeting number 100 between the Giants and the Eagles. And good afternoon, I'm Pat Summerall. An ideal day for football. Ideal gentleman sitting next to me, analyst John Madden. Great to be starting a new year. And John, let's get right to the meat of the matter. What about the Giants?
Well, you know, Bill Parcells said last year that he was really disappointed in the season he had. This is his year. He has to do it this year. And he said, if I'm going to lose, I'm not going to lose with those same guys. So he has 20 new players on his roster. He has a new offensive line and a bunch of new starters. And, of course, the biggest one is Phil Simms. You know, he's traded Scott Bruner in the offseason, gave the job to Phil Simms. And Phil Simms has been a hard-luck quarterback. It kind of started again this week. He's had the flu all week. He's lost 11 pounds during the week, but he says he feels fine today.
John, it would seem that a similar situation exists in Philadelphia, rebuilding also.
Well, Marion Campbell did the same thing. He got rid of 15 players in the offseason. He has a new squad. His #1 draft choice, Kenny Jackson, a speedy wide receiver. He said he needs more speed on that team to go with Mike Quick. But one of the big things with the Eagles, I've always felt, offensively anyway, is Wilbert Montgomery. Last year, he only carried the ball 29 times. Now, if he's healthy, the Eagles have a good offense. He's starting the season healthy, so we'll see.
And the roar you heard while we were talking is the fact that the Giants won the toss on this opening day, and Paul McFadden will kick off for the Eagles. They traded Tony Franklin, as you know, I'm sure, and McFadden, like Franklin, is a barefooted kicker. They have to wear a stocking. They don't have to wear a sock. I don't know what the reason is for that rule. Back deep for the Giants will be Butch Woolfolk. And Frank Cephas, number 31, back there with him. Woolfolk, of course, is number 25. McFadden set to kick off. This will be Cephas. Woolfolk is right in front of him. Not much doing on the kickoff return. Let's check the lineups quickly now. For the Giants, Phil Simms, the quarterback. Joe Morris and Rob Carpenter, the runners. Ernest Gray and Bobby Johnson will start at wide receiver. They'll alternate. Zeke Mowat is the tight end. Roberts, Ard, Belcher, Benson, and Nelson. An entirely new offensive line for the Giants. We'll check the Eagle defense in just a minute. First down, Giants, their own 23-yard line. Woolfolk is the starter, along with Rob Carpenter. In motion is Johnson. And Carpenter gets the first carry of the new season of the NFL, and he surges forward for about 4 or 5. Jerry Robinson on the tackle. And penalty marker down as we look at the Eagle defense. Harrison, Clark, and Greg Brown up front. Wilkes, Robinson, Griggs, and Williams, the linebackers. The secondary, another Wilson. That's Bernard, Herman Edwards, Ray Ellis, and Wes Hopkins. Again, a penalty marker was down. It's against the Eagles.
Number 71,
face
defense.
mask violation. Pat Haggerty is the referee.
That's the nose tackle right there, Ken Clark. You see, he's trying to grab the guard so he can't get out. And I guess right at the end, he grabbed the guard. Look, he gets the back. He gets the whole deal there, and the face mask right at the end. So a lot of guys, centers, guards, and make the tackle.
2nd and 1 on the counter play to Woolfolk. He might have gotten the first down, and that's about all. Wes Hopkins came up to make the hit. Perfect day for football, and it's great to be back in the regular season, John.
Well, I'll tell you one thing, you know, about the opening day of the regular season. You never have to worry about emotion and motivation and all those things. As a coach, if they aren't ready for that opener, they aren't ready for that first one, they aren't going to be ready all year.
Byron Williams comes out. Bob Johnson goes back in. It's 2nd down. 3rd down on the scoreboard. 2nd down on the sideline. Seems to me that it should be 2nd down. Rob Carpenter, the ball carrier. Very close to a first down. Maybe, maybe not. Greg Brown made the hit.
This is one thing that Marion Campbell wanted was a better defense against the run. He wanted swarming guys. Take on those guys, and then all the white jerseys get to the ball. You see all those guys? Look, linebackers, linemen. Here comes the defensive back. He wanted everyone to get to the ball, to swarm, and they're doing that. Although the Giants got a first down on that play.
Aided by that face mask penalty, the Giants pick up the first down. Their ball at their own 33. No score.
That's what the Eagles had when they were champions. They had defense, a swarming defense. They didn't have it last year.
First and 10. Phil Simms, the quarterback. Handoff is to Wolfel. He's ahead for about 3 or 4.
The Giants think the way to attack this Eagle defense is have their runners cut back. You know, you start one way and then you cut back the other way. And the best running cutback halfback is Butch Wolfel. Now Parcells thinks that maybe his best halfback is Joe Morris because he has more speed. He stretches the defense. But he thinks in this game, Wolfolk's the best.
He said we have to show him some misdirection. Phil Simms back for his first pass of this year. Ernest Gray has it. Out of bounds in Eagle territory, just across midfield. Herman Edwards, the tackler. Perfect strike from Simms.
This is the thing. Here we see Ernest Gray right here, man-to-man on Herman Edwards. Herman Edwards man-to-man on Ernest Gray. He comes right at him, makes the outside cut. Now, Edwards is one of those corners who watches the quarterback. And you see what happens then. Then that end can get that cut on you.
Which Ernest Gray just did. This time he moves to the right side. Byron Williams is out there in the slot, and here comes Williams in motion now. Simms on the counter play. For about 4. Down to the Eagle 45. Ray Ellis made the stop. The first touchdown of the year, as far as we know. In regular season, New England 7, Buffalo nothing. A 65-yard pass from Steve Grogan to Stephen Starring, I think it is. Second and 7 as they give Butch Wolfolk 3 yards. He goes out on the flank to the wide right side. Carpenter is the lone setback. Carpenter. Simms chasing. Eagles chasing. I think the Giants got it back, but they're still chasing. They lost it again. The Eagles say we got it. Reggie Wilkes made the hit. The Eagles indeed do have it. Wes Hopkins made the recovery.
Let's watch this again. Carpenter's going to start out here, bounce out to the right. Now watch, right there, he gets the ball knocked right out of his hand. And now this is the toughest thing, is to pick up a football like this. Watch them. I mean, the Eagles have it, the Giants have it. Boom, it pops out. The Eagles finally end up with it. Look at all those guys flying for that ball. Here's right at the end. Simms bent over. He didn't put his hands down, and the ball hit him right on the knee. It looks like Belcher was in there. Out again.
Wes Hopkins finally made the recovery, but the Eagles have it first and 10 at the Giant 32. Oliver and Montgomery, and this is Wilbert Montgomery. Very little in the preseason, but he is healthy, and that's a plus, as John Madden told you earlier. Kenny Hill came up to make the tackle. The Eagle offense. Jaworski, the quarterback. Montgomery and Hubert Oliver, the runners. Jackson and Quick, and they are both quick, the wide receivers. Spagnola, the tight end. Moraldi, Kenny, Denard, Baker, and Sizemore up front. It'll be 2nd and 6. Montgomery got 4. Montgomery splits out wide to the right. Oliver is the lone setback. Jackson and Quick both wide to the left. And Jaworski goes deep. Under pressure and taken down by Lawrence Taylor. Back at the line of scrimmage. Andy Hedden there with the assist.
The guy that made that play was Mark Haynes out there. He was man-to-man on Wilbert Montgomery.
McGriff, Burt, and D. Hardison when the Giants go with their regular 3-man front. Hedden, McLaughlin, Carson, and Taylor, the linebackers. The secondary, Haynes, Terry Williams is new, Kenny Hill is new, and Terry Kennard, the free safety.
Kenny Hill is really new. He just got here this week, and he gets here like Tuesday or Wednesday and starts on Sunday. That's a quick learn.
3rd and 8. Woodruff. Spagnuolo is out. Woodruff has replaced him. Out of the shotgun. Pressure from Young. George Martin with the heat on Jaworski. Pass is incomplete. Giants say they might have intercepted it. But whatever. George Martin tied for the Giant lead last year in quarterback sacks with 9.
That's what defense can do. You have a fumble, you don't let that turn around. Now watch George Martin. He'll come from the outside, right here, the right-hand side of the screen. He gets Jaworski. Jaworski still gets a little flip out of it, but good defense by the Giants.
Jaworski will hold. McFadden from 47 yards is straight and true. That's a good way to start a year for a place kicker. Positive thinking already. So the Eagles break on top. They lead 3-0 in the first quarter with 10:45 left. At Summerall and John Madden, and we're at Giant Stadium. Sold out again, packed again. 60 times in a row. As the Eagles scoring drive, they recovered the fumble by Rob Carpenter, and they got a 47-yard field goal from Paul McFadden, who now kicks off. In the direction of Frank Cephas. At the goal line is Cephas. Cut down at about the 17 by Andre Waters. Atlanta and New Orleans. Traditional rivalry. And Atlanta has taken a 3-0 lead on a 38-yard field goal by Luckhurst. There's the Swamp Fox himself, Marion Campbell.
You know, it just goes to show what a field goal can do for a guy, Paul McFadden. Marion Campbell told us last night that the reason he kept McFadden is he said he's a good field goal kicker, but he doesn't kick off very well. Then he gets that 47-yard field goal, boom, he's all pumped up, whap, he knocks it in the end zone. It's amazing things that adrenaline does.
Giants in the hole. Here's Carpenter right back, and he's around the corner for good yardage. Out of bounds, shy of a first down, but a good gain nevertheless. Herman Edwards took him out.
That's the old deal of, you know, a guy fumbles, and then on the next play, you bring him right back, give him the ball again. You see Carpenter at the end of that run, he wasn't going to, he put both hands around that thing, lowered his shoulder, and ran right into Herman Edwards. And you got one fumble from me, that's it.
8 yards for Carpenter. So it'll make it 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the Giant 27 with the Eagles leading 3-0. Byron Williams in motion. This is Butch Wolfer. That's back for a Giant first down outside the 30. Wes Hopkins again on the tackle.
There's the exact thing that we were talking about. You'll see this, that, you know, Woolfolk starts in, and then he's going to cut back. Now watch why he cuts back. We see the nose tackle, Ken Clark. You see him working to the left. Now that ball was going to go to that side. Woolfolk sees that. Good block by the center, and he cuts right back off that center of Kelvin, and that block of Kelvin Belcher.
And that cutback made that block just a little bit easier. Bob Johnson comes in motion. Here's the counter play again to Butch Wolfer. He gets out for good yardage again. Pickup of about 5. Anthony Griggs on the tackle. The Bears, many people picking the Bears to be contenders this year, lead the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 3-0 on a 29-yard field goal by Bob Thomas. Kansas City over Pittsburgh 7-0 first quarter. Todd Blackledge, 2-yard touchdown run.
Jimmy, the Greek picked Chicago to win the whole deal, the whole NFC deal.
Do we have time to think about it? Phil Simms back in the pocket with time, has a man wide open. Byron Williams. Williams inside the Eagles 30 to about the 28-yard line. Ray Ellis wide open was Byron Williams, 37 yards and a Giant first down.
I'll tell you, that was a drop coverage, but it was good by Phil Simms to see it. We'll see Byron Williams out here. He's on the right side. Now watch, it's going to be that double zone. The corner let him go. The safety right there, Ray Ellis, didn't get over. So that just left him wide open.
That just has to be a mistake in coverage.
That is a mistake. First of all, the corner should have got a bump, and secondly, the safety had to get over.
Giants 1st and 10 at the Eagle 28. Bob Johnson in motion, and this is Rob Carpenter inside the 25 of the Eagles.
Let's watch that last play in the chalkboard and see if we can see it. Now here's Williams right here. Oh, we don't have any pictures there.
No wonder the Eagles couldn't pick him up.
We did too, but anyway, he was out there on the right side. The corner came up, and the safety didn't get over.
Head coach Bill Parcells said to me just a minute ago, I don't know how we're going to do this year, but we're going to do it my way.
With 20 new guys.
Second down. Sims back to throw again. Looking in the direction of Woolfolk and Ernest Gray. I'm not sure for whom. I think he just thought it might be a good idea to get rid of that one.
It looked like a bad pass pattern. They had, as you said, 2 receivers in the same area, and you never want that. I would think that Woolfolk went too deep.
That'll make it third down and 6.
The Giants have a lot of bad things happen to them. You know, their quarterback gets sick. They start the first time, they get a fumble, and they want to get that out of their system, and maybe this drive can do it.
3rd and 6. Sims with time, and Zeke Mowat has a Giant touchdown. Tight end Zeke Mowat broke free in the end zone, and Sims got it there.
That's one thing, playing with a lot of new guys and a lot of rookies. The Giants took advantage of a rookie, Evan Cooper, number 21 on the Eagles. He was the guy that was covering Mowat. You're always looking at opening day in that secondary. Any rookies, you test them out right now.
Have a look. Ali Haji Sheik hits the extra point with Jeff Rutledge holding. Watch Bill Sims after the touchdown.
He may have had the flu, but he had enough energy there to give a big reaction.
Touchdowns are an immediate cure. 7-3 Giants. 7-3 Giants over the Eagles. First quarter with 8:21 left to play. Hayes, Major Everett, and Andre Waters back deep. Joe Hayes will handle it. Try to handle it for the Eagles, and the Giants are down quickly. Inside the 5, the special teams down, led by Kenny Daniel, but there's a penalty marker down. The Giants obviously are going to have to be called for offsides, and all the celebrating will stop.
I think what you said is true, because it's right there where the ball was kicked off. I'm sure the Giants were offsides, and they'll have to kick that one again.
On the kicker.
He just took his eyes off that ball and he let it drop right there at the weight. Real good coverage. Geez, they were down there. Anytime you get a guy inside the 20, that's good coverage. Let's watch the touchdown again here. Now here's the tight end, Mowat. He's going to make the touchdown in here. Linebacker bumps him short. Now the guy right here who has to help is here. But he looks to the outside with this speed here, and then Mowat gets the touchdown. Now watch it here. Mowat, the tight end, comes off the line. He gets bumped here. Now watch the safety out there. Now watch him right now, there. See him turn out to the outside? And there goes Mowat right down the middle. That's a good thing against that coverage. You know, you get that speed outside, and if the guy turns outside, you throw it inside. If he turns inside, you throw it outside.
On the kickoff by Ali Haji Sheik, the Giants were offside. They had the Eagles pinned down at their own 4-yard line, but they'll have to do it all again. The Eagles have Hayes, Everett, and Andre Waters back deep.
Usually when you pin a team inside the 5, that usually means points for you. The Giants lost that. The Eagles got a big break on that one.
The Sheik nails it again. Joe Hayes. This time he handles it at the 2. Little running room and bang down outside the 27-yard line. One of the Giants' 2 #1 draft choices, Banks, Carl Banks, made the tackle.
Let's watch him here. He was their #1 pick. He was one of the top players picked in the draft. He's not starting yet. He plays on special teams, and he'll play on the pass rush defense. But all rookies that don't start and play linebacker have to do this. They have to be able to get down. He stays with that block too long. He makes a good tackle. You got to get off those blockers a little more quickly.
Montgomery is the lone setback. Oliver in motion, and the handoff is to Montgomery. Over the right side for only a couple. Andy Hedden made the stop. Penalty marker down.
Well, they're going to be holding against the Eagles where they threw it. Old Lawrence Taylor's in good position to do a lot of things, even pick up the flag. Around that ball, you find a lot of stuff laying there, guys, other teams, opponents.
Disregard the flag. Disregard the flag. The penalty was against the wrong team.
What?
That's the first time I've ever heard that.
The penalty was against the wrong team. Who's the right team to put a penalty on?
And which team?
Yeah. Well, now, I never heard that one before. The penalty is against the wrong team. Someone's going to have to explain that comment.
Scoreboard situation here is it's not working right now. 2nd and 7. Line of scrimmage, the Eagles 31. The handoff is to Oliver, who bounces to the outside and gets to the 35. Lawrence Taylor and Kenny Hill made the stop that took him down. Checking some of the other scores, San Diego 7, Minnesota 3. First quarter. Atlanta now 5-0 over New Orleans. That's not baseball. Richard Todd was tackled in the end zone for safety. New England now 14, Buffalo nothing. Look out for them.
That's what I was going to say. You talk about a surprise team, an upcoming team could very well be the Patriots.
3rd and 3. Shotgun formation for Ron Jaworski. Giants showing blitz. Jaworski going deep. Tony Woodruff, the intended receiver, and down go the penalty markers. Harry Williams on the defense, but the flag is down, and that's going to be pass interference, no doubt.
I'll tell you, you talk about penalties and big penalties, that is a big one. That was Perry Williams starting his first regular season game. He was on injured reserve.
Pass interference. Number 23, first down.
He was on injured reserve all last year with the Giants, but I'll tell you one thing about that play. It looked like he got a little bump before the ball got there. Now, you can run with him, and you can go with him, but you can't touch him before the ball gets there. And it looked like it was just a little shoulder-to-shoulder contact before it got there. Hey, that's not bad coverage. I mean, that's a tough job on those guys. You're out there on an island, and they can't touch him, and then you do, and it's a big penalty.
It's thankless and almost impossible. Jaworski back again, looking. Has Mike Quick across the middle, and Quick fits his name. Close to a first down for the Eagles. Terry Kennard made the stop. This guy is some athlete.
I'll tell you, he was the leading receiver last year with yardage. He had 1,409 yards, caught 69 passes. And what they felt happened with Harold Carmichael with him, Carmichael slowed up. They would double Quick on one side and then play tight coverage on Carmichael on the other, and he just couldn't get away with it. So they drafted Kenny Jackson, #1. So they figured that they can't do that. They wanted Quick on one side and speed on the other side.
And they got that with Kenny Jackson. First down for the Eagles. Giants leading 7-3. Line of scrimmage is the Giant 23. Eagles have that first down. Jaworski very durable, and over the years he has really taken some hard shots. The Eagles have Spagnola out to the right side. Vito Cab, another tight end, also in. Jaworski to Montgomery. Montgomery bouncing off a couple of tackles, gets inside the 20, but just barely. Joe McLaughlin, the linebacker, made the stop.
That's kind of nice to see Wilbert Montgomery back. He didn't play much last year. In fact, he only carried the ball 29 times. This year in preseason, Marion Campbell said he doesn't have to play much, so he didn't play him in the first 3 preseason games. Just played him a little last week, so Wilbert hasn't spent a lot of time on NFL fields the last couple of years.
He needs 102 yards to become Philadelphia's all-time leading rusher. He would break the record, which is held, of course, by Steve Van Buren. 2nd and 7. Jaworski under pressure, gets away from some of it, throws high over the head of Mike Quick. Ball slipped out of his hand and really took off.
I'll tell you, the Giants put a lot of pressure on that left tackle because that's where Lawrence Taylor plays, and they like to get two linebackers on that tackle. Now watch him. Here's the tackle out here, Maraldi. Now look, he has a linebacker heading coming inside, and he has Taylor coming outside. They always go after Taylor, and boom, here's Head right in the quarterback's face. That's a tough job. You know, tackle, they like to see a big end out there. Boom, boom, boom. And then they see two linebackers, and whoever he takes, it's the wrong guy.
Third down now and 7. Hubie Oliver saved Jaworski. He just got a piece of Hedden as he came in. Giants showing blitz again as here comes Kennard. It's not showing blitz, it is blitz. And Jaworski had to fire and get rid of it as Lawrence Taylor was all over him.
That's one of the few times they didn't choose to block Taylor. Watch, he comes from the outside, tackle has to block inside, tight end, the fullback blocks inside, and no one blocks Lawrence Taylor. I'll tell you, if you don't block him, he's going to put a kiss on you.
Even if you do block him.
Usually they'll find him. I mean, so, you know, if you're not going to block someone, don't not block Taylor. They didn't block Taylor, and boom, you see what happened.
From 37 yards now, Paul McFadden, the barefoot kicker. Flag is down. He is wide to the right. Penalty marker down. Hold everything. There's a penalty.
One thing with opening games, you get a lot of emotion. The other thing you get is a lot of penalties. That one's against the Eagles. The Giants, of course, will decline it.
So once again, the Giant defense.
Offense, number 63, decline, first down.
The defense for the Giants does its job. 7-3, the Giants over the Eagles with 5:26 left to play in the first quarter. We're at Giants Stadium. Don't forget, immediately following the conclusion of this game, CBS Sports coverage of the U.S. Open tennis will continue, and you will see Jimmy Connors against Henri Leconte. Stay right here. The U.S. Open is next here on CBS. Just across the island of Manhattan and Flushing Meadow, New York. We're at Giant Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Lots of things going on in the metropolitan area. Sims tries to roll to his right, has to pull up, finally throws and hits Tony Galbraith. The Giants acquired from the Minnesota Vikings.
That was an interesting play. Galbraith started in the backfield, shifted out here. You see, here he is. He's the fullback, but he ended up out here as a wide receiver. He just runs up, runs a pretty good pattern. See how he works up like he's going deep? Works right back. He works back in front of the linebackers in the corner. Pretty good. Let's see how they block. That's the thing you have to do. Double team that nose tackle, open up that big hole, give the quarterback a lane.
James to Carpenter. Going for the first down, he's close. Maybe, maybe not. Joel Williams made the stop. The Eagle bench and their offensive unit getting together, talking about pass protection, I'm sure, right now.
I'll guarantee you they're talking about pass protection against the blitz. And that's Fred Bruni down there, and he's saying, hey, look, now be sure we find number 56. We've got to have someone on Taylor.
Third, and it looks like about a foot now. Ball at the 30-yard line of the Giants, just shy of that 30-yard marker. Giants leading the Eagles 7-3. George Martin in the game as the tight end on the left side. He has to report where he is. Don't know. Going to be close.
You brought up George Martin was in there. He's a defensive player who plays short yardage. Andy Hedden, a linebacker, is also in there. Giants get the first down. There they go. Two defensive players playing offense on short yardage and goal line.
In years past, George Martin, playing that tight end spot, has caught touchdown passes. A couple of them.
What a big one year against the Dallas Cowboys.
Right. St. Louis 7, Green Bay nothing. Now it's 7-5, New Orleans over Atlanta. George Rogers has scored for the Saints, and they might be tough. Sims back to throw. Joe Morris for about 3 or 4 yards, no more. Morris, as John Madden said before, has great speed, has that ability to stretch a defense, and had a good preseason.
You know, one thing I think about the Giants that I like to see is they're throwing more on first down. That's the second time that they've thrown on first down. And last year it seemed they were always running on first down and running on second down and throwing on third, and then of course punting on fourth. At least they have a little mixture now.
2nd and 6 from the 34. Joe Morris, the lone setback. Morris out of the backfield. Sims looking deep. Pass caught by Bob Johnson after it was deflected by the Eagles. He got a good bounce. Bernard Wilson got a hand on it.
Bill Sims can't believe that one. He says, well, you have to be a little lucky, too. Now watch number 22, Bernard Wilson. He'll come in right here. Now watch, he jumps up, gets that left hand up, knocks the ball. Instead of knocking the ball down, he knocks the ball and it goes up right into Bobby Johnson's hand. That's what you call a little luck. A lot of luck.
Bobby Johnson's rebound gives the Giants a first down. The handoff is to Morris. He didn't stretch it quite enough that time. He just got back to the line of scrimmage. A couple of other scores. San Francisco 7, Detroit 7. Second quarter. Montana to Carl Monroe got the 49er touchdown, and Billy Sims scored for the Lions. Kansas City 7, Pittsburgh 3. That's first quarter. Opening day of 1984, the NFL's 62nd season. Second down 10. Sims back to throw. Good protection. Johnson out of bounds at the Eagle 27. Bernard Wilson again the defender. Bobby Johnson.
You know, I think one of the things, this is on Bernard Wilson out here. Now watch Bobby Johnson. Bernard Wilson, I think, is looking in at the quarterback. We don't even see him. He's so far back, but he's off, and he lets those guys cut in front of him. You see, the secondary of the Eagles is really playing off and deep, and I think the Giants can do that all day. Let's watch the pass protection here. Pretty good protection. A little bump right at the end.
Bill Sims is 7 out of 8 for 126 yards, and the touchdown to Zeke Moat. The counterplay to Morris. Morris playing nowhere to go. Anthony Griggs on the tackle. The running plays, for the most part, have been just as Bill Parcells told us, misdirected.
But, you know, that's that interesting play that the Redskins made famous last year, where the back starts to his right, and then you pull the guard and tackle from that side around. Remember, the Redskins started. Now everyone's using that play.
It's a funny-looking play, but the Redskins and all the other teams have made it very effective. 2nd and 8. 43 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Sims backpedaling. Sims for Moat. Bounces off him, almost intercepted by the Eagles' Wes Hopkins. He had a hand on it. Same play that they scored the touchdown on to the other side.
Right, that's against that double zone. You know, they're trying to get those safeties out there and get a tight end on a linebacker. Reggie Wilkes was in pretty good position with him, though. The left linebacker of the Eagles, he just ran step for step for Zeke Moat. Then the safety was able to get over.
Bill Sims looks like he's smiling, but that's not a smile. That's a grimace.
Probably the best thing that happened to Sims is being sick all week, because then you don't have a chance to get nervous. You're worried about getting well. I really think there's a lot to that.
This time he will operate from the shotgun. Sims chased, and down he goes. Greg Brown came from the right side for the sack. First one of the day. Armstrong helped out. That's Harvey Armstrong. But watch Brown.
Well, you know, he's over here on the right side. He's coming against William Roberts, and we see that whole right side just breaks down, the left side of the Giant offense.
No field goal. It's Dave Jennings into punt.
It would have been a 53-yard field goal from here.
Ali Haji Sheikh has that kind of range, but Bill Parcells decided against it. Evan Cooper is back deep for the Eagles. Jennings already aiming for the sideline. Didn't get it done. Into the end zone, and they'll bring it back to the 20. 36-yard punt, no return, but when they bring it back to the 20, it's a net of only 16 yards. And already Jennings hears some boos. 10 more seconds left to play in the first quarter. As the Eagles take over. 7-3 Giants. Pat Summerall with John Madden at Giant Stadium. Giants leading the Eagles 7-3. 10 seconds left to play in the first quarter. The Eagles have it at their own 20-yard line. Jaworski back to throw. To Quick. Quick is popped by Haynes, but that's a completion. Jaworski is now down and limping, and now struggles back to his feet. 24-yard gain. Good throw and a good catch.
Well, on that right side, they had a deep receiver going to the outside, and then he comes back off to the second receiver. You see the deep one, that's what got Haynes deep, and then by the time he reacted, they had the chance to get that completion in front of him.
Perry Williams, who had been the starter at cornerback for the Giants, is out. The Eagles up in a hurry. 4 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Jaworski going to work again. Kenny Jackson from Jaworski out of bounds in front of the Eagle bench, and that'll finish quarter number 1 at Giant Stadium with the Giants leading the Eagles 7-3. The first quarter comes to a conclusion. Opening day NFL season. 1st and 10 Eagles from the Giant 49. Perry Williams is back at quarterback. There he is. Cornerback, I should say. John Jaworski is still the quarterback. Judy Oliver burrowing for what looks like an Eagle first down. Curtis McGriff. Keep you up to date on some new scores now. The Chargers over the Vikings 14-3 in the second quarter. Detroit leading San Francisco 10-7 second quarter. Kansas City 10, Pittsburgh 3, also second quarter. Here at Giant Stadium as the sun breaks through. Giants 7, the Eagles 3, but the Eagles on the move in Giant territory at their 46, 1st and 10. In motion. Montgomery is the ball carrier. Montgomery to about the 42. Cut down there. Jim Burt, the nose man, made the stop. Phil Simms, 7 out of 9, 126 yards. The touchdown pass to Zeke Moab, his tight end. Looks reasonably healthy. 2nd and 6. Make it.
You notice one thing, he was drinking fluids there, and the problem when you get the flu, I guess, is dehydration. The doctor said he wanted to drink a lot of fluid right during the game.
Quick. Man in motion. Stays in the block. Outside to Oliver. Oliver hit by Lawrence Taylor. But Oliver did well.
Did you see Mike Quick on that play? He went in motion, and then when he passed the quarterback, Ron Jaworski, he taps him. That means, that tells him where he is and where Jaworski can be in a snap count.
3rd and 3 as the Giants put in their pass rushing unit. Hardison goes out. Carson goes out. 3rd and 3 from the Giant 39. They're out of field goal range. Jaworski operates from the shotgun. Steps up, has time, throws for Montgomery. Flag is down. Larry Flowers hit Montgomery before the ball got there. Flowers is saying, I didn't do that.
Yeah, I'll tell you, I don't really think that's fair. I mean, you have to give those defensive backs some tools. I mean, Flowers was just watching the ball. He made a break on the ball. I think penalties are good, but doggone it, you can't take everything away from the guy. Now watch, here's the ball in the air. Here's Flowers back here at 37. He has as much right to that ball as a receiver. He was just going up to try and catch it. Now, I don't agree with that one. Maybe that's a rule, maybe I'm wrong, but doggone it, you can't, when that ball's in the air, you always say, hey, you both have the same right to it. Well, doggone it, then let them both go for it. They both have that same right.
13-yard penalty. 13 yards the Eagles netted on the interference call against Flowers. It's a first down for the Eagles. Giants 26. Quick was in motion. They give to Montgomery. Montgomery finds nothing. He almost lost the football. He did manage to hang on to that, but he got no yards. It'll make it 2nd and 10.
I'll tell you who played that well. Casey Merrill is in there, number 71. They're playing a 4-man line. He takes on the trap of Steve Kenny. Let's see if we can watch it. The left guard is going to pull to the right. You see him? Watch him here. See Merrill come in there? He goes boom down. He takes out Kenny, and then Montgomery had to make that cut right there that he didn't want to do it.
And Curtis McGriff met Montgomery at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, no gain for Wilbert.
Merrill trapped the trapper.
Jaworski throws it outside for Oliver. Jaworski seemed to have some room to operate if he had run it himself. Jim Burt applied the pressure. Someone lost a shoe. It was John Spagnola. A lot of things happened.
I think this one is Jaworski's fault. As we watch it here, it's only a 3-man rush, and the protection is really pretty good. Now watch now, as Jaworski doesn't go, he starts to step up, and he just runs right into Jim Burt. That really wasn't Jim Burt as much as it was Jaworski. And if you run up to him, you have to get away from him.
Jaworski is 4 out of 8. Spagnola is out. They go with the 3 speed guys, Woodruff, Jackson, and Quick. Quick is in the slot. Oliver and Montgomery are back with Jaworski out of the shotgun. Screen pass call. Oliver makes a one-handed grab, and over quickly is Lawrence Taylor, but again there's a flag down on the play.
And that flag is going to be against the center. Mark Bennard went downfield on a pass. You can't do that. The center was downfield. It'll be against the Eagles. There he is right there. He was doing a lot of talking before the play. Then he snapped the ball and went downfield right in front of the official. I'm saying, what the heck was that play anyway? Look, he's saying it's 3 yards. I can do it. Let's see if we can see it in the chalkboard. We'll see the center.
He's interference, number 65, decline, 4th down.
Yeah, he's right in here, the center. Now he'll send the ball. He'll go down in here. Now watch him. He snaps the ball. His head was moving, and now watch him. He just goes right on downfield. You see? Stop it right there. You see? Here he is right here. He's downfield, and you can't do that on a pass. He's down there blocking guys.
4th down, 41 yards out is Ron Jaworski holding for Paul McFadden. He's hit one from 47, missed from 37. He hits this one, and it's 7-6. Giants lead the Eagles 7-6 in the 2nd quarter with 12:21 left to play at Giant Stadium. The Giants 7, the Philadelphia Eagles 6. 12:21 left to play in the first half. Frank Cephas, Butch Woolfolk, and Kenny Hill all back deep for the Giants. Kickoff by McFadden. It's a good one. Butch Woolfolk from the 5 is hit shy of the 20 by good coverage by the Eagles special team. Major Everett was the first man down for the men in green. 7-6, the Giants lead the Eagles. We have 12 minutes, 11 seconds left to play in the first half on a perfect afternoon at Giant Stadium. Talk about your rebuilding job. The Giants of 84, 55.1% of the team has 2 years or less experience in the NFL. They've rebuilt their whole offensive line. The Eagles have taken a page out of that book, too. They've rebuilt everything. Bill Sims. Bobby Johnson. Good throw from Sims. Bernard Wilson. The Eagle coverage. Sims looks in good form.
I'll tell you, I would do that on every first down. As we see see how deep Wilson's playing off, number 22. And look, he's looking back in at the quarterback to start with. You can get on that outside shoulder and run that out in front of him all day. I would do that every first down until they either came up tighter or played a different defense. That's what you call it. That's your basic gimme.
I got to ask you in a minute, why would they look at the quarterback all the time instead of looking at the man they're covering? Here's Sims back to try it again on first down. Going for Byron Williams. Got it. Juggling cat, number 87 from number 11, Phil Sims.
Sometimes you just have to take that deep shot. He had two guys covering him. It was double coverage. Two Eagles right there. Boom, boom, the ball kicked right into Williams for a touchdown.
Wes Hopkins and Bernard Wilson were right back there with him. Hockey Sheik makes the extra point, and the Giants move ahead 14-6. 67 yards. We have 11:55 left to play in the first half at Giants Stadium, and it's 14-6 New York.
Let's watch it again. That was Phil Sims's longest touchdown pass of his career. A little play fake. Now we see the post in here. Byron Williams. There is a double team. But Hopkins, number 48, the safety, gets there a little too late. Bernard Wilson bumps it off, and Byron Williams has the touchdown. What happens is Wes Hopkins took a bite to the outside.
Hockey Sheik kicks off high and deep. Joe Hayes kneels in the end zone. And let's look at that touchdown pass again.
Let's see how it happens. Here's Wes Hopkins. Now, he's a free safety. He should help in the middle. He starts back. He turns out this way. Byron Williams is able to get in behind him. The safety's supposed to be in the middle to help on that. Now, watch what happens here. Now Hopkins, he starts back. Now, watch him. He's going to start back, and then he starts to the left. Now, watch right here. He's going to turn to the right. You see it right there? Now, that lets Williams get in behind him. Bernard Wilson thinks he has help, and the ball gets over Hopkins' head. Pretty good.
And the Giants have a touchdown. The Eagles first and 10 from their 20. Andre Hardy. Michael Haddix are the two runners now for the Eagles.
There's the Giants' #1 draft choice again. Oh, Carl Banks. He's not getting in there. There's no tackle to make. He says, I need some contact anyway. I'll just fool around here with a blocker and throw him down.
Bounced him off the official. 2nd and 6. Andy Hardy. Andre Hardy is the deep back for the Eagles, and they think he is going to be a great one. Haddix in motion. This is Hardy. He looked a little cautious that time. D. Hardison hit him right at the line of scrimmage. Run down some of the other scores while we have a moment. Miami 7, the Redskins 7. John Riggins just scored. Dan Marino threw a touchdown pass for the Dolphins. Tampa Bay 7 now, Chicago 3, second quarter. Atlanta 12, New Orleans 7, second quarter. San Francisco has gone back ahead of Detroit 14-10. Right here it's 14-6, 3rd and 4 from the 26. The Eagles operate out of the shotgun. Quickly over the middle to Quick, and he can't find the handle, and he is disgusted with himself. Philadelphia is now 0 for 4 on their 3rd down conversion efforts. A new punter for the Eagles as well. In preseason, he averaged 41.6. His longest was 50 yards. Michael Horan. But hang time is what they think is great for him. He keeps it up in the air about 5 seconds.
And he's left-footed, and I'll tell you, that's tough to catch.
Bill McConkey is back deep for the Giants. This one will stay up there for a while. Left-footed makes a difference. McConkey has some room. Still struggling to the 44, where the Giants will take over in good shape. They already lead 14-6. 38-yard punt, 10-yard return, so a 28-yard net. Michael Williams down for the Eagles to make the stop. Ali Haji Sheik looking on. 14-6, the Giants. Saturday, September the 15th, CBS Sports will kick off its third season of college football. The game between the Washington Huskies and the Michigan Wolverines, two teams that made bowl appearances last year and once again are expected to be among college football's best. So be here Saturday, September the 15th at noon Eastern for college football on CBS. Woolfolk and Carpenter. The running back tandem for the Giants, and Phil Simms goes back to throw. Pass Carpenter for a couple. Out quickly on defense is Reggie Wilkes.
Well, that's one thing that the Giants said that they were going to do this year. They're going to throw on first down and not get in that boom, 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 bang thing all the time. And the other thing they said they were going to do is throw deep, and we're really seeing both of that. In the last game, they threw, the deep one for the touchdown, and now they come out and throw on first down. At least they're trying to do something exciting.
And Simms has had an excellent first half. 2nd and 8. 9:45 left to play in the first half. Simms goes back to throw. Butch Woolfolk gets the Giants first down. Anthony Griggs on the tackle. Simms now 11 out of 13.
One thing, we see the protection here. The Giants have a new line, and we haven't talked a lot about that, but they're doing a pretty good job of pass protection. They have two first-year tackles, William Roberts and Carl Nelson, and they're not doing a bad job out there.
That Nelson, number 63, is 6'6" and 285. The Carpenter around the corner, cuts back, and Carpenter still on his feet. Carpenter still going. Penalty marker down. Penalties down as Carpenter scrambles inside the 5. Flag is back down at the line of scrimmage. Bernard Wilson finally got him down. Against the Giants, and they'll bring it back. Carpenter wants a rest.
Because that's a signal for rest. That's one thing about Carpenter. When he can get going upfield and his shoulders square and he's healthy, they'll bounce off him because he never quit. He always has those feet going.
The foul, clipping on the line of scrimmage by the offense.
37-yard run wiped out for Rob Carpenter. Of course, he missed most of last year with a knee injury.
It was still a pretty good run. Watch here. He starts up here to the left, and then he's going to right there, and then he makes that cut back there, makes a little spin. I like that. Another little spin. We never did see a clip in there, but I'll tell you, it's still a pretty doggone good run.
He deserves a rest. In the meantime, the ball is way back at the Giant 44 after that clipping penalty against the Giants. 14-6, they lead. 8:52 left to play in the first half. 1st and 25. Parcells looking on. Morris and Woolfolk are the two runners now. This is Woolfolk. Butch into Eagle territory. Joel Williams made the stop at the Eagle 49.
One thing that I always felt about when you go and you start passing some on first down, what you do is you throw the rhythm of the other team's defense off. And it looks like that's what they're doing now, because the Eagles, when they're going to play run, they play very hard on the running down. And you start to pass some, then they're not sure. Do we play pass on first down or run? And then you can get some holes in there.
2nd down and 18 from the 49. Bobby Johnson, the man in motion. No penalty flag so far. Soon finds his man, Zeke Moat, who can't find his balance, makes the reception. Gets back to about the original line of scrimmage. Joel Williams again on the tackle.
This is an interesting thing for the Giants now. They have that 3rd and 12, so they really have to get the ball up beyond 12 yards. I mean, you can't dump that underneath stuff here, because if you do, it's going to be 4th down and you're going to be short of the field goal. So they have to get in that range of 12 to 15 yards on all their pass patterns.
They have Byron Williams out to the right. Gray in the slot. Bob Johnson is to the left. Sims. No flag. Bernard Wilson, the defender. The Giants and the fans at Giant Stadium really upset. They thought interference should have been called.
I don't think so. That's the thing. I don't think they can be that tough on the defense, and they did it earlier. I think you have to let the defensive guy go for it too. I mean, if he stops the guy, but if he's just going for the ball, it's right there on top of the screen. If he's just going for the ball, which he's doing, get his left hand in there, to me that's good defense. You have to allow that. Let him boo, but allow that.
Jennings will punt. Evan Cooper signals for a fair catch at the 10-yard line and makes it there. 33-yard punt, no return, so the net is 33 yards. The Giants over the Eagles 14-6 in their 100th meeting. That's 14, the Eagles 6, second quarter. 7:10 left to play before halftime, and the Eagles have the ball at their own 10-yard line. This is the worst field position they've had so far today. Jaworski to Andre Hardy. Hardy around the outside for a pickup of about 8 yards, but a flag is down again. Hardy is a rookie, 6'1" and 233 pounds. Talking to some of the Eagle coaches before the game, they were saying this guy has the ability to really be something.
Well, you know, they had the big advantage. We talked earlier. Marion Campbell decided to hold Wilbert Montgomery out of the first 3 preseason games.
Number 84. Offense.
Holding against Vito Cav, the tight end. Perot is now the left guard for the Eagles. 1st and 15 as they go deeper into their own territory, trailing 14-6. Clock is stopped. Excuse me, John.
Anyway, and holding out Montgomery, then, you know, the good thing they got out of it was being able to play Andre Hardy, and he was their leading ground gainer during preseason.
He's a load. Jaworski. Intended for Kenny Jackson. Back there with him, step for step, is Perry Williams. Perry accepts the congratulations from Lawrence Taylor. Good defense.
No, now that's an interesting thing here. Kenny Jackson and Perry Williams, man-to-man here. Big game, the opening game of the season. But they went all through grammar school, high school, and college together as teammates. This is the first game that they played against each other, and they get man-on-man open field.
Bill Parcells checking things out. Has to be pretty well satisfied with his way at the moment. 2nd and 12. The Eagles deep in their own territory. Jaworski gives on the draw play to Michael Haddock. Haddock gets to about the 7. Cut down from behind by Harry Carson. Checking out some of the other scores. St. Louis 7. The Packers 7, second quarter. New Orleans 14, Atlanta 12. New England 21, Buffalo nothing. Kansas City 17, Pittsburgh 10. Miami now ahead of the Washington Redskins 14-10. Second quarter. Dan Marino at quarterback for the Dolphins. Ron Jaworski at quarterback for the Eagles. Out of the shotgun. Watch this snap. Good enough. Jaworski gets it out to Haddock, and the flags are down back at the line of scrimmage. Again, it's going to be holding against the Eagles, and I imagine the Giants will decline.
Hey, the Eagles are sure having a tough time getting anything going, and then when they get a little something going, they got that penalty against them.
Opening day. A lot of flags down. Opening day for everybody. The NFL season number 62. Marion Campbell looking on over on the sideline. And the Eagles will send in their left-footed kicker, the new one, Michael Forain. Phil McConkey is back deep for the Giants, standing at his own 40, number 80. Another of the new players brought in by Bill Parcells. Penalty was declined, by the way. Good chance for him to unload here.
Good chance for a run back by McConkey, too.
Off the side of his foot, McConkey comes over to field it. Has it bounced downfield, stay in bounds. Look at this kick. What a punt. The net on this one is really going to be something. He kicked from inside his own 5, 69 yards net. No return. Boy, the Eagles really got a break on that bounce.
That was a big break, and they needed some type of break, and they got it on that play. But those left-footed kickers, I'll tell you, those balls do funny things.
They really do. Second quarter, 5:50 left to play in the first half. Steve Kenny is number 73 being taken off. Has an ankle injury, we're told. A 69-yard punt. I've been saying, and incorrectly so, that this is the 62nd season in the NFL. It's number 65. It doesn't seem like it's been that long. Here's Joe Morris, straight ahead. Joel Williams on the bottom of the pile for the Eagles made the stop.
Joel Williams, was traded about a year ago from Atlanta to the Eagles. He had a contract problem down there. Last year, he never really got comfortable, really never fit in. This year, he came to training camp early. He came with the rookies, and he feels a lot more comfortable with this defense now.
2nd and 7 from the 18. 5:15 left to play in the first half as Sims drops. Sims has to come out of the pocket. Byron Williams makes the catch, and it's a New York first down as Williams is having a big day. Bernard Wilson locked him out of bounds. Ray Ellis on the assist.
Talking about knocking out of bounds. Did you hear the sound on that thing? That was like being down on the field. I mean, when a guy catches a pass, these wide receivers like a Byron Williams, they catch a pass and they get on that sideline. And those defensive backs really tee off on them.
Out quickly are the Giants, leading 14-6 with just over 5 minutes left to play in the first half. Bob Johnson in motion. This is Joe Morris. Morris trying to get around the corner, dives outside. Herman Edwards got him out of bounds. Not enough for the first down.
We talk about stretching the defense, and that's what you want to do. You want to be able to lengthen a defense by throwing deep. That makes them play the whole field deep. And then be able to go sideline to sideline with your running, the way Morris did there. That stretches the defense out. So if you can stretch it the whole 53 yards wide and then make them play all the field deep, then there's a lot of holes in there.
Second down from the Giant 34. Into the pocket, the ball slipped out of his hand, or either his arm was hit by one of the Eagle defenders, and he went down. Byron Williams was the intended receiver.
You know what happened on that play? Butch Woolfolk was trying to get out here on the right side. Reggie Wilkes did a good job of holding him up. Sims was looking to that side. Woolfolk didn't get out, and Sims had to come back to the left side, and he didn't have anything there. Good defense by the Eagle. See right here, he was right up in the top trying to get out. See, by the time he gets here, there's nothing there, so Sims had to go to the other side.
Sims is back in the shotgun now on third down. Bob Johnson, the first down reception into Eagle territory, just across midfield, a 17-yard gain.
These Giant receivers, we see Byron Williams and now Bobby Johnson. They send in the plays with these two guys. That's why we see them both in there. So they alternate every other play, and they both look good. I mean, they have some movement, some life, some spirit. They can get open, catch the deep ones. Pretty good.
Clock running first half 4:20 left to play. 1st and 10, Giants in Eagle territory, just across midfield. Sims. Nothing doing to Butch Woolfolk. He did not get back to the line of scrimmage. Anthony Griggs came in quickly, along with Ken Clark, the nose tackle.
That's the thing that this Eagle defense is set up for. I'm sure that all week that they worked on that cutback run, staying in there, stay in your lanes, get everyone to the ball. The Giants have thrown them off a little in this first half by going deep, throwing on the first down, all those different types of things.
That'll make it 2nd and 13. Back in Giant territory now at their own 48. Sims on a draw play. It's Woolfolk. Butch Woolfolk gets the first down. A good call. 2nd and 13. He got 17.
I was just saying how well the Eagle defense was playing on that cutback, and boom, they get hit with a cutback. Watch here, it's a draw. Starts out to the right. Now here's a cutback right there. He just starts it to the right, right back against the grain, and picks up the first down. I'll tell you, he had a good block on that play by his right guard, Brad Benson.
Woolfolk, 8 carries, 36 yards. Carpenter is the lone setback this time. 1st and 10 as Sims goes back to throw once more on first down. Chased and goes deep. Touchdown. Bob Johnson. 35 yards from Phil Sims. When things are going right, they're going right. That pass was underthrown, and that's why it was a touchdown.
It was underthrown. It was double coverage. They had everything. They had 2 guys right there. The ball bouncing around. But at least they're going for these things. Watch this. There's Bernard Wilson there. He had good coverage. And he tripped. He fell down. And by the time the safety got over, it was too late. Bernard Wilson started to turn, tripped, and fell down. But at least Bill Sims saw it.
Ali Haji Sheikh makes it Giants 21, Eagles 6.
Tell you one thing, we can talk about Sims and the receivers, but he has pretty good pass protection. He moves to the outside. Now watch, Wilson went for the fake and went down, and Wes Hopkins got there too late.
Big first half for Phil Sims. 21, the Eagles 6. The drive, 8 plays. Culminated by a 35-yard pass from Sims to Johnson. Ali Haji Sheikh. About to push up to Joe Hayes. Drops it. Finally gets it. And the Giants get him at the 12. He's having problems. He's not. Pete Shaw is the first man down. Let's look at the touchdown.
This is one time that a defensive back gets in trouble looking for the ball. Now watch Bernard Wilson there. He's okay. Now he turns away from the receiver to look for the ball. Now when he turns back, he can't locate it, and he trips and falls down. Had he just stayed with the receiver and watched him, he'll tell him when the ball's coming, when he puts his hands up. But he turned not only to look back, but he turned away from the receiver, lost the receiver and the ball. Lost everything. That's the whole deck there.
And the Giants got the touchdown. First down for the Eagles at their own 12. Jaworski operating out of the shotgun. That's Wilbert Montgomery who makes the reception. Harry Carson on the tackle. Coming up at the half, don't forget the 10th anniversary of the NFL today. Scores and highlights with Brent and Irv and the U.S. Open tennis preview. Both Connors and McEnroe in action today at the U.S. Open. Here is Jaworski back again. Same play to Montgomery. Lawrence Taylor this time on the stop. They say there's a fumble. The Giants do. The officials say the ball was down. Forget about the fumble.
Well, the Eagles were going without a huddle here again, and the guy just tried to drop the ball so they could play it. The Giants picked it up and said it was their ball.
2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go in the first half with the Eagles trailing the Giants 21-6. Bill Sims with the hot hand on opening day. Pat Summerall, John Madden. Giants 21. Eagles 6, and we're being welcomed by the Giants and the fans at Giant Stadium, and thank you. 2 minutes to go, first half. Out of the shotgun is Ron Jaworski. Showing blitz. Up comes Terry Kennard. Now he backs away. Jaworski changed its plays. It's taken a long time. Now here comes the blitz.
I think they took too much time. Did you see the center up there, Mark Dennard? He was Dennard. He was talking to both sides, right side, left side. He was directing traffic, and he had to snap the ball. Now watch. All the officials are talking about it. Watch him. You see, they have a man over him, and the guard and the tackles come down over the guard, and they're faking the blitz.
Offense.
Notice they moved Lawrence Taylor over to the left side that time. Haddox picked him up. Offsides on the offense. The Eagles have penalized 3 times, the Giants 4. First and 15 from the 25-yard line. Jaworski again will operate from the shotgun. The Giants this time again walk up and take the blitz. Flowers now backs out. Jaworski has the pass batted away. Kennard was the nearest Giant who had a chance to pick it off. Jim Burt got his hands up and knocked it down.
That is something when Jim Burt knocks one down. You know, he's only 6'1". He's the strongest guy in the Giant team, but when he can get a push on the quarterback and get his hands up, I think that's the quarterback's fault. Because when you get a guy built like that, look at that. I mean, that's what you call your basic squat guy. You know, when he can get his hands up, his arms and shoulders are so big, it's lucky he can lift his arms up.
6'1" and 260 is Jim Burt. Jaworski on second down now. Ooh, Lawrence Taylor had a crack at it as again there was a good pass rush. Kenny Jackson was the intended receiver, but Jaworski really didn't have too much of a chance.
No, he didn't, and that was another ball that was deflected at the line of scrimmage, and probably had it not been deflected, Lawrence Tayll would have caught the ball because it was just thrown off enough where he couldn't get the interception because he was in position to get it. Let's watch this push again. We see it's a shotgun here. He starts off. Now watch right there. You see the ball was tipped. I think it's Burt again, and that just threw the ball off enough, and Taylor couldn't get it. Geez, big Jim Burt has two knockdowns in a row.
Well, if you can't get there, that's what you're supposed to do. Again, Jaworski. Not much doing here. Short of Kenny Jackson as again Jaworski was under heavy pressure by Curtis McGriff and the rest of the Giant defense. Jaworski 8 out of 17, 70 yards, and the crowd is on its feet in tribute to the defense. Phil McConkey is back deep for the Giants. Michael Horan. Left-footed. First-year Eagle punter. Nope. But again, it gets a good bounce away from McConkey. The Giants will be home again next week. Starts with the NFL today, and then the Cowboys will be here at Giant Stadium. Or some of you will see the Minnesota Vikings against the Eagles. That'll be at 12:30 Eastern Time when the NFL today begins. Phil Simms has had a red-hot first half. The Giants leading 21-6. Simms is 15 out of 19 for 288 yards and 3 touchdowns. And we're not even at halftime yet. He's going for more. A lot of time. Ernest Gray. Can't throw it any better than that.
That's the old deal. When you're hot, you're hot. We'll see it here now. Sims is going to throw. He has good protection. He gets away there. Now watch, there's two guys there. Look, they have him short and deep, and he still gets the ball between those two guys out there to Ernest Gray. If things are going well, those are the types of things you can do.
Terrific. Sims' career high in a game is 351 yards against Dallas in 1980. He already has 306, and it's not even the end of the first half yet.
That's the good news, and the other good news is he gets to play Dallas again next week. I'll tell you, confidence builds confidence, or success builds confidence. When you start the game and you can see, and Sims gets a couple of deals in there, a couple of completions, now you can just see his confidence grow.
Again, a reminder that coming up at halftime, Brent and Irv with the highlights and scores from around the league. Everything that's going on opening day. And this, the 65th NFL season. Lawrence Taylor very happy and enthused about what's going on so far. There may have been better linebackers in the history, the 65-year history. But I can't remember one.
Hey, he's all over the field.
.113 left to play in the first half. Phil Sims ready to go to work again. Tony Galbraith in the backfield with Rob Carpenter. Carpenter trying to get to the outside, finds nothing. Harvey Armstrong came up to make the stop, and the clock continues to run. Giants hurry up in their offense, hurry back. Sims back. Tony Galbraith out of the backfield, and here's a penalty marker down, back from the secondary, way deep in the secondary somewhere. Against the offense.
Probably something on the tight end when it comes from back there, but geez, I didn't like those two plays. I mean, when you only have a minute or less and you run the fullback off tackle and then throw inside, they've lost a lot of time, 45 seconds. They had momentum on their side. They had everything going, and that was kind of an odd play selection.
Number 84.
On the tight end.
Yeah, that deep guy, he'll catch that tight end. He's just keying him. He watches him all the time.
That's against Zeke Mowat. This telecast is presented by the authority of the National Football League. It's intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the express written consent of the New York Giants and the National Football League is prohibited. We'll make it 2nd and 19 for the Giants with 45 seconds left to play. And plenty of timeouts left. All of them, in fact. All three. Play too.
Yeah, they've had 3 funny plays here in a row. I think that, you get ahead 21-6, and doggone it, I think if you're the Giants or the Eagles, I don't think you sit on things like that. You're not good enough to sit. You just keep going, boom, boom, boom. Well, get them down, knock them out. I think it started with, that little fullback off tackle, then that little pass, and of course the penalty knocked them back here too.
And the Eagles take a timeout, which I think is a wise timeout. It's 3rd down now. They need 19. Philadelphia has 2 timeouts remaining. Marion Campbell. They had, they say, a very, very good training camp, the Eagles did. And they came into this game with a lot of enthusiasm, but they have not been able to get anything going on offense.
I think on defense, the Giants have really kept them off balance. I think they were ready for the Carpenter and the Woolfolk running, and the Giants have done a lot of different things.
Speaking of different things, a rather strange-looking Giant. 26 seconds left to play in the first half, with the Giants leading the Eagles 21-6. It'll be 2nd and 19 from the Giant 37. Scores and highlights with Brent and Irv and a U.S. Open tennis preview coming up next at the half. Phil Simms has been over to talk with Bill Parcells and is back now. Joe Morris and Tony Galbraith are the two runners. Galbraith is flanked over to the right side, and Morris is deep. Simms on the draw play to Morris. Nothing doing. Eagles. Thought they might have been able to come up with the ball, but didn't. Now they take another timeout as Wes Hopkins really came up and put the hit on Morris.
That's the one thing about those two Eagle safeties, both Wes Hopkins and Ray Ellis, is they're both hitters in that secondary. They'll both help against the run, and they're all over the field.
Out comes Dave Jennings. Giant punter. 20 seconds remaining in the first half. Jennings, 2 punts, averaging 34.5 yards, but in fairness to him, both of them have been close to midfield where he couldn't really let go. This time he can. Back deep for the Eagles, Evan Cooper, number 21. Giants will take their time with this one.
I was a little surprised that the Eagles did take a timeout. I don't know what they're going to do with the ball because they're not going to get good field position.
All they could do is try to block the kick. Here's Cooper. He runs out of bounds. Flowers looking at him to make sure. 47-yard punt, a 5-yard return, 42-yard net.
And we see here they have 11 seconds to go 80 yards, and they haven't been too successful going anywhere in this first half.
Really been a tough first half for the Eagle offense. 1st and 10 from the 20. That's where they'll start from. Ron Jaworski has been the quarterback from the beginning and will be, as long as the game situation stays like this, I'm sure.
I wouldn't be surprised, even though they took the timeout, that they just run the clock out, try and go in at halftime and get regrouped.
They got their 3 speedy wide receivers all to the right side, so Jaworski will go in that direction. Can hope. He goes down the middle to Mike Quick. I beg your pardon, it's Tony Woodruff who gets to midfield, and that ought to do it for the first half. They do stop the clock with 2 seconds to go. That does not do it for the first half.
That wasn't a bad thing. You know, they had the 3 wide receivers out wide like they're going deep, and then they hit it in the middle. But now what they have to do with only 2 seconds, they're at midfield, they have to throw the ball in the end zone. Because anything else, other than a penalty, because remember at the end of a half, that the half or the game can't end on a defensive penalty. So only 1 or 2 things can happen. They could, 1, throw a touchdown and score in the end zone, or 2, a defensive penalty and get them another play.
So Ron Jaworski over on the sideline trying to make whatever decision Marion Campbell would like made.
He's probably saying the same thing. The decision here is, should I go for the end zone? Now the ball's on the 50. He's going to drop approximately 10 yards deep. So we're talking about a 60-yard pass. He has to cannonball that thing 60 yards. Or the other thing is, well, let's just throw one in the middle and hope that they have a penalty on that play.
Jaworski's arm, I think, John, is strong enough to get it 60 yards, don't you?
It used to be. He's taken a lot of bumps and hits out on that arm the last couple of years.
That's very true. So he operates from his own 44 out of the shotgun. All 3 speedy receivers are to the left this time. Yep. The pressure was too good. Jim Burt again over the middle, hit Jaworski just as he let it go, and Jaws is still down. Jaworski was hit by Burt, and now the Eagle trainers are out looking at him. He was hit by Burt just as he let the ball go. The Giants go to the locker room with a 21-6 halftime lead.
You know, that's when a quarterback is very vulnerable. When he's stepping up and throwing the ball, he's completely exposed, and that's when he got it. There's no way in that position that the quarterback can protect himself.
Jaworski still down. Let's see what happened to him if we can.
We're going to see it right here. Now, he's looking out here to his left. Now, watch. He steps up there, see it, and he throws. He has his right up leg, and he just got sandwiched between two guys right as he was throwing the ball.
One was Burt, and I think the other was number 71, Casey Merrill.
Casey Merrill, right there. We're going to see him right here from the left and from the right. Looks like Merrill just got a piece of him and brought him back into the guy coming from the left side.
And now Jaworski is up. Put up very carefully and limping. The Giants lead at halftime, 21-6 over the Eagles. Giants 21, the Philadelphia Eagles 6. We're at Giants Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Pat Summerall along with John Madden and Ali Haji Sheikh all set to kick off for the Giants. Andre Hardy standing deep in the end zone, a 235-pound kickoff returner.
He looks like a guard. In the old days, a guy 235 pounds would be playing right guard. Look at the size of that guy. He's a halfback. That's not a fullback. That's halfback. St. Mary's College out in California.
Looks like he should be bringing in plays for Paul Brown. The Sheep hangs it high to Hardy at the 2. Hardy is out to about the 23, where he's cut down underneath. And here's Ron Jaworski. You might recall, if you were with us in the closing play of the first half, that Jaworski was down a long time after being hit by Hardison and Burt, but he appears to be okay. They say he just got the wind knocked out of him. Halftime stats.
I'll tell you, the big thing there is, look at that passing yardage, 296. Now, of course, Phil Simms had 306 yards passing. At 296, he had a 10-yard sack, so they take that off. But that's a heck of a first half throwing football.
That's a game. Wilbert Montgomery is the deep back. Jaworski will go to work quickly. Sidearms it out to Montgomery. Nope, he's in the grass. It was Hubert Oliver at any rate. Casey Merrill was back and had Jaworski in the grass.
That's one thing the Giants are doing differently. They're putting their pass rusher in, Casey Merrill, on first down. Probably the fact they have a 21-6 lead, they're thinking, well, the Eagles are going to be passing more, open it up, so we'll play a pass rush defense. And Merrill right there was the guy who had Jaworski by the ankle in the grass.
So the Eagles lose yardage, 5 in fact, to make it 2nd and 15 from their own 18. Giants 21, Eagles 6. Ron Jaworski still the quarterback. The motion is Quick. Quick gets the reception. And he's got a little room. He gets one block. Quick out to about the 30. Perry Williams made the tackle. 13-yard gain. Still shy of a first down, but they got good yardage.
I'll tell you, Mike Quick ran right by Harry Carson. That was that linebacker underneath coverage, and Quick came across the field and went boom. He went right by Harry Carson. I don't even think he saw him. Watch it. Here's a wide receiver coming underneath. You see, he gets by Taylor right there. Watch Carson right there by him, and then he's able to get up the field and pick up about 5 or 6 more yards.
3rd down and 2 from the 31. The Eagles have not converted today on the 3rd down situation. Quick gives to Montgomery, and they still haven't converted. Ball was loose. The Giants think they should have been awarded the football, but that's not the case. Jim Burt, who's had a good day.
I'll tell you, he has a good day, because if you're going to run against a 3-man line, you have to get movement on that nose tackle. And you see what Burt did, 64? He just goes whap, and he stands the center up, and then he's right down there and makes the tackle. You have to get that nose tackle going backwards, and Mark Dennard didn't do it on that play.
Bill McConkey is back deep for the Giants, number 80. Good kick this time. Going to stay up a long time. McConkey signals for the fair catch and fields it at the Giant 20. 48-yard punt, and it stayed up there a long time. Marion Campbell looks on, not too happily at the moment, as his team trails 21-6. Next week, the Dallas Cowboys will be in town against the Giants. 12:30 Eastern time. The NFL today starts it all. And the Eagles will play the Minnesota Vikings in Philadelphia. Again, the NFL Today begins things on CBS at 12:30 Eastern Time. Moa goes one way. Bobby Johnson comes the other way. Bill Sims still the quarterback. The handoff is to Carpenter. Couple, maybe three. Joel Williams made the stop.
You know, one of the things I like here is this new left tackle. See him in the left-handed stance right there? That's William Roberts. He was a #1 draft choice of the Giants. So I'll tell you, he's done a good job in this first half. You know, what they try and do is they try and get their left-hand side to get in a left-hand stance, and the guys on the right side play in the right-hand stance.
6'5" and 280 is Roberts. Second down. Sims by Joel Williams. Second sack by the Eagles. And Williams came so that Sims never saw him coming.
And I don't think the guy who was supposed to block him saw it coming. It looks like there's a little delay. You see, he starts there a little slowly. Woolfolk gets him, and then he says, oh, that was my guy. And there goes Joel Williams. Woolfolk, if the linebacker comes, Woolfolk has to block him. The linebacker backs off. Woolfolk goes out for a pass. Woolfolk started to go out for a pass before he realized Joel Williams was coming.
And he got inside, got the inside track, and by then it was too late.
And Butch had to do one of those look out. Look out, Phil, here he goes.
Phil is back in the shotgun formation now, standing back at his own 7-yard line. On the draw play is Tony Galbraith. And he gets to about the 15. And Dave Jennings will arrive on the scene very shortly.
I think the Giants have to watch out that they don't become complacent in this with that success they had in the first half and start to get into something where they become very predictable. I felt they did it at the end of the first half, and maybe they're starting out doing it now.
That's Dave Jennings, number 13. Number 21 for the Eagles is Evan Cooper. Not a very good kick by Jennings. Cooper. And the Eagles will have it in Giant territory at about the 43-yard line. Joe McLaughlin down quickly. On the coverage team, it's only a 33-yard punt. With a 5-yard return, Dave Jennings only nets 28 yards. Not up to his standards by any means. 21-6, the Giants over the Eagles. Third quarter. 10:56 left to play, third quarter. 1st and 10 Eagles from the Giant 43. They trail 21-6. Quick is left. Jackson is right. Put the pressure on it, trying to. Here's Mike Quick. Quick. Out of bounds at the Giant 4. Just barely stepped out of bounds. Mike Quick, 39 yards from Jaworski, and he is a good receiver.
This is an interesting thing here because you get to see what they talked about at halftime. They were saying, let's us open up a little. Let's go deep. Let's go man-to-man. Get Mike Quick out there on Byron Williams. It looked like Williams was playing a zone or underneath with no one deep. In fact, it looked like Byron Williams was confused and maybe confused by Mike Quick. I'll tell you, that's a heck of a start for the Eagles on this second half.
Just barely got him out of bounds.
I think that's what it was. I think it's a zone coverage. The safety didn't get over. Quick gets behind Williams with no safety help.
Spagnuolo in motion. The handoff is to Montgomery. Wilbert is almost in the end zone. It's about a foot short. Harry Carson stood him up, and the Giants knocked him back. Now they say touchdown. He did get in. And now the argument takes place as Montgomery now scored the touchdown.
That's the thing that Wilbert Montgomery can do, that I formation. May be the best I formation running back in the NFL. Starts in, makes that little cutback, lowers the shoulder. All the ball has to do is break that plane. And it did break the plane there, I think. Right,
very close.
Tip. Oh, the tip. Yeah, and then they get it go back. That doesn't count. That was close.
So the Eagles get on the scoreboard. Their first touchdown of this year. McFadden with Jaworski adds the extra point. And it's now 21-13. The Giants lead the Eagles with 10:43. only one of the officials signals touchdown. The line judge, Walt Peters.
I think it's right there. You see the ball there, right there. All it has to do is get any part of that white line. It looks like it did.
It did indeed. 21-13. Paul McFadden of the Eagles ready to kick off. The drive, 2 plays, 43 yards. Montgomery scored the touchdown from 4 yards out. Frank Cephas. Butch Wolfhook in the middle. Butch Wolfhook. From the 14 he starts. To about the 25. And let's keep you up to date on what's happening score-wise around the league. The Chargers off and rolling against Minnesota 28-3. Third quarter. Green Bay 24-13 over St. Louis. That too in the third quarter. New England 21 and Buffalo mustering together a comeback 21-10. Miami 35, Washington 10. That surprise you?
That surprises me.
Rob Carpenter is the lone setback behind Phil Sims. 21-13. He gives to Carpenter. Carpenter nudges ahead for a couple. The Eagle defense rises up to meet him. 10:25 left to play third quarter. Ken Clark, the nose tackle, led the Eagle defense.
Let's watch and see what happens in here. Now, Kevin Belcher, the center, is playing center for the first time, and I'll tell you, he does a pretty good job. You know, I mean, you get that big center in there, and with today's nose tackles, that's what you need. You know, you have to get someone that can move that nose tackle. Belcher looks like he may be able to do it.
Sims back to throw quickly. And Sims chased, almost tripped, gets away, is hit from behind. And hit down hard. Anthony Griggs knocked him down. Kevin Belcher, of whom you were speaking a minute ago, is 276 pounds, and that's one of the things that Bill Parcells knew he had to do, is get a bigger, stronger offensive line.
Well, you know, last year their offensive line averaged 6'3", 259 pounds. This year, the guys averaged 6'4 1/4", 276 pounds. That's pretty good bulk. Yeah, I mean, those guys will fill out some jeans.
3rd and 5 from the 30. And from the shotgun, Sims hits his wide receiver. Bob Johnson with just enough yards for a first down. Elbert Fowles made the stop.
That's not a bad play for Bobby Johnson, a rookie there, because that's the thing. On third down, you always worry about that receiver coming up short of the first down. Now, he knows he has to know where that yard marker is. He just had to get beyond that yard line there, and he did and picked up the first down. Usually a rookie may leave that thing a little short. He's having a pretty good day.
I'd say
12 yards, 6 receptions.
1st and 10 Giants, their own 36-yard line. The counterplay to Carpenter. Ken Clark read it very well. Checking out scores again. The Bears 20. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers 7. 21-yard pass from McMahon to Galt. Detroit leading San Francisco 20-17. Fourth quarter now in that game, and Kansas City 24, Pittsburgh 20. Here at Giants Stadium, it's 2nd and 8, with the Giants leading the Eagles 21-13, and 7:55 left to play in the third quarter. Bill Sims with time to Carpenter. Carpenter fights for the Giant first down before Wes Hopkins takes him down. 14-yard gain for Rob Carpenter.
Pretty good move after he caught the ball. You know, Carpenter has that good movement in the line, but here he shows that same movement here in the open field. Boom, he hits him out here. Now watch, he catches that ball, a little move, puts that shoulder down, dips it, and picks up another 6-7 yards.
Carpenter broke out of the tackle attempt by Ray Ellis. Giant first down now in Eagle territory. Carpenter again gets to work. And he gets good yardage one more time. Anthony Griggs tripped him up, but Carpenter got 5.
Bob Carpenter's that type of guy, you know, the workhorse type of guy. He's only had 11 carries for 16 yards, but he's the type of guy, once you wear the defense down in the second half, and he gets the ball around 20, 25 times, he seems to get better as the game goes on.
He had one long gain, a 37-yarder called back.
The stats don't show that one.
Still a good run. 2nd and 6 make it from the 44. Carpenter again. Nudges for 2. Reggie Wilkes on the bottom of the pile.
This is Carpenter's type of game here, where you just, catch a pass, then run, cut back in there. A lot of grunting, groaning, guys sweating. That type of game.
It'll be 3rd and 3.5, 4 from the 41. Clock running, 6:10 left to play in the 3rd quarter.
This is really a passing down. When you're more than 2 yards on 3rd down, that's a passing yard. That's long yardage.
You put a little pressure on the defense in this situation, can't you? Sims back. Had what looked like a first down. I can't see who the receiver is yet. Ernest Gray, I think. Incomplete.
Those are the type of things that you have to catch. I mean, they talk about catching in crowds. This is a possession-type pass, and you just have to make this play. The throw is good enough. It's right down there. It just goes right through. You have to make that play. That's Ernest Gray wasn't very good there. He has to be better than that. First down, he makes a little pivot out, ball control. Boom, he didn't get it.
Usually very reliable is Ernest Gray. Dave Jennings punts it into the end zone. And they'll bring it back to the 20 where the Eagles take over. 41-yard punt. 21-yard net. Flag is down on the far side of the field.
Dave Jennings is trying to find someone to talk to. He's talking to the referee about that one. This isn't one of his good days. Maybe he's saying, I hope it's against us. I'd like to kick that thing again.
Try it again.
Nope.
Against the Eagles. Dave a little discouraged at the moment.
You know what he'll probably do? He'll probably go over and practice. Oh, no. He got something wrong with his side. He's putting a little ice bag on the ribs or something. He may have a pull on that side.
Number 29.
Certainly would look like it based on what he's doing. Maybe that has something to do with security. 21-13, the Giants over the Eagles. The punter is down. Dave Jennings has some bruised ribs. Applying the ice. Jaworski back to throw on first down. Pumping and going deep. He's got Montgomery. Montgomery had it right in his hands and dropped it. Montgomery wide open. Absolutely nobody in range. And Jaworski put it in the basket.
I tell you, you talk about halftime, and that has to be what the Eagles talked about. Let's give them some different formations. Let's get Montgomery to the outside. Let's go deep. Let's open it up. I'll tell you, they did. He did, and Wilbur just didn't get that ball. Geez, that is frustrating. Wide open, no one there, right through his hands and hits him in the leg. Oof. The good news is when you don't play the 3 preseason games, that's good, but you don't get the experience. You get a little rusty.
Green very unhappy. Here's Hardy. Hardy cutting back over the right side. Got maybe 5 yards before Andy Hedden made the hit. George Martin helped out.
And one thing we talk about adjustments at halftime. Ted Marcia-Broda is the new offensive coordinator of the Eagles this year, and he replaced Dick Wood. And Jaworski said he's a lot more comfortable because they've gone back to their old system. There's Ted Marcia-Broda right there to the left of Marion Campbell. And now he calls their plays, and they're using the system that they used to use. And I guess Ted is a relaxed type of guy, and Jaworski feels it's really helping him this year.
Ted is, indeed. I played with him, John. Very bright, but a very relaxed type guy, yes. Here's Jaworski up in the pocket. Gets it out to Quick. Quick cuts upfield, back across the middle. Quick still on his feet. Quick to the 45. Remarkable athlete. Finally tackled by Lawrence Taylor.
You're talking about halftime adjustments. That's not a bad one there. Let's just drop back, throw it to Mike Quick, and let him run around with it. He's pretty good. Pretty good protection here. Look, here he comes. He's coming from the left to the right. Catches the ball. Now watch his move. He'll take the ball right up over the shoulder. Right there, like a defensive lineman. Boom. Up, sideways, in, out. I'll tell you, some receivers are dangerous to cover before they catch the ball. And some, like Mike Quick, have that double thing. They're dangerous before and after they get it.
5 catches, 116 yards for Mike Quick. Here come the Eagles right back. Hardy is the lone setback as Jaworski appears to be calling an audible. Jackson, he's out of bounds. Incomplete. Curtis McGriff applied the pressure on Jaworski. Back to the scoreboard one more time. Let's see what's going on around the NFL. Fourth quarter now. Packers over the Cardinals, 24-13. Chicago 27, Tampa Bay 7, third quarter. 20-20 tie between the 49ers and Detroit. Remember the last time they played. Kansas City, they can put some points on the board. 31-20 over Pittsburgh. Todd Blackledge is the Kansas City Chief quarterback. Second down 10. Montgomery is back. He's in the backfield with QB Oliver. Now this is Jaworski back. Tight end John Spagnola staggered and stumbled after he caught the ball. Might have gotten the first down. It's going to be very close.
I like this Eagle second half offense a little better than that first one. I mean, they come out and they're playing like the Giants did in the first half. Throw deep, loosen them up. Now once you get them thinking deep and worrying about deep, then boom, you can hit them and whap them underneath. You can't do that until you loosen them and stretch them out a little.
Looks like it might be a couple of inches short of the first down. 3:29 left to play, third quarter. Well, maybe it's not short, a couple of inches.
That's a first down if I've ever seen one.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
20 years, never missed a first down.
42-3. San Diego over Minnesota.
I tell you, when you have a healthy Dan Fouts, they can do that a lot of times. They can talk about defense, this and that. But if Fouts is in there playing, they're always going to be in there, those Chargers.
You heard that Kellen Winslow, their great tight end, said he was going to retire after the day, didn't you?
That's probably the biggest problem in the NFL right now, that salary thing. I think it's going to be a continual problem all year.
Here is Montgomery. Montgomery got the first down, but here comes that yellow flag again. Kenny Hill made the hit on Montgomery.
The biggest drive stopper in football has always been a holding penalty on the offense. Oh, there it is. I used to hate those things as a coach. You just get everything going, boom, 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 and then you get that thing, and then there you go back.
It really is. You know, I can remember. It's like letting the air out of the tire. It's just sort of a, you're on a high, and then all of a sudden everything is flat.
Number 64, offense.
That's a left tackle, Dean Maraldi, and that's the side they're running on. And we see him right here in the bottom of the screen, right there. That looks okay to me, but heck, that, you know, at the end.
Well, you know, with that new rule, that looks okay.
That's right. They can extend those arms now. Put those hands out.
First down and 20 from the 45, and Jaworski will have to put it up. Trying to throw the screen, gets it to Montgomery. Montgomery cuts upfield. Wilbert still on his feet. Montgomery, first down Eagles. Inside the Giant 30. Terry Kennard and Kenny Hill finally got him out of bounds.
I'll tell you, he gets a good block out here by his right guard. Number 63, Ron Baker. Watch Baker. He'll start here, 63. You see the line go out. That's the screens out front. Watch 63 right here on Andy Whitten. What? And then he's able to cut right off that block and keep going upfield and make up for a little of that one he dropped earlier.
I think that one he dropped inspired him a little bit.
Yeah, he says, I got to get back into this thing. He said, I was sorry.
Now Montgomery is over on the bench again to rest. And the Eagle training staff is attending to him at the moment. Michael Haddix now is the deep back. And Jaworski goes right back and goes back to work. Pass is complete. It's Mike Quick again. For an update, right now let's go back to our New York studio and Brent Musburger.
Pat, the Atlanta Falcons have just taken a lead over Richard Todd and the New Orleans Saints. It was Steve Bartkowski, 5 yards to Stacey Bailey. They kicked the extra point. It's 26-21. Let's go back to Pat.
Back at Giants Stadium, the Giants 21, Philadelphia 13, but The Eagles on the move. Hill shaken up on that last play. Number 48, Kenny Hill, whom they just obtained from the Los Angeles Raiders. 2nd and 2. 2.5 minutes left to play in the third quarter. The Eagles on the move. Jaworski's number is a little bit more respectable now. 15 out of 27, 228 yards. He has Hardy behind him. He gives to Hardy. Hardy straight ahead. D. Hardison led the defense. The Eagles' 5th-round draft choice in 1984 out of St. Mary's. He doesn't quite look like Jim Brown yet.
You're going to have a long way before he starts to look like Jim Brown. But I tell you, Jim Burt's doing a heck of a job in that middle of that Giant defense. They tried to run in there, and there was nothing. They may get a first down, but they sure didn't get much movement. In fact, they did get a first down. But watch that, to run in there, you see, he gets that thing, and he just stays right there. You see Burt, 64 there? Dennard started to get some movement. I've got him to his knees, but Burt was able to come back in, although they did get the first down.
That's about all you can really ask out of a nose tackle, really?
Yeah, right. I mean, especially when you got arms like that and blood. Look, you got blood hanging down in those legs and stuff. You get a little blood somewhere and then spread it all over you. Then you really feel like you're in the game.
And you're qualified to be a nose tackle. Jaworski gets to Haddix over the left side. He gets very little. It's D. Hardison again. Reads it well, along with help from Lawrence Taylor. Checking some of the other scores. St. Louis and Green Bay, it's now 24-20, the Packers, as Lomax has hit Roy Green with a 19-yard touchdown pass for the Cardinals. Atlanta, you just saw, has taken the lead now over New Orleans. Pass from Bartkowski to Stacey Bailey. San Francisco over Detroit, 27-20, fourth quarter. Wendell Tyler got the 49ers in the end zone. 2nd and 7 here from the 14 with 1 minute and 4 seconds left to play third quarter. Jaworski looking and finally just throws it away. No place to go. Quick was over there, but Jaworski couldn't find anything.
I'll tell you, that was good coverage by the Giant defense on that thing. Let's watch what happens to a nose tackle in here in the pass. You see, he takes on the center, gets by him. There's a left guard waiting for him, gets by him. There's another guy getting the hand on him. That guy has to go through like 2 or 3 guys before he even gets there to get his arms up. Marion Campbell said that he was talking to a player, and the kid wanted in his contract a defensive lineman. He said, I'll play defensive line, but I want in my contract that I don't play nose tackle.
The crowd comes alive now. Jaworski in shotgun formation now, looking both directions. On third down. Quick touchdown. Great throw by Ron Jaworski. Kenny Hill was the defender, but Jaworski put the ball the only place it could be thrown.
I'll tell you, they had 2 defenders there on Mike Quick, and Jaworski threw it right in between both defenders. Let's see if we can see it. It's on the right-hand side of the screen. There's the 2 safeties, Kennard and Hill. Now watch this. The ball goes, oh, it was over Hill. Oh, yeah. He just beat Kenny Hill. Had 2 guys there watching him. He just got by Hill and threw it right up over him.
McFadden adds the extra point, and it's 21-20 now. 48 seconds left to play in the third quarter as the Eagles have come roaring back, and the Giants lead is Paul McFadden all set to kick off the Eagles scoring drive. 11 plays. They went 90 yards. It took them 4 minutes, 52 seconds. And Jaworski hit Mike Quick with a touchdown pass. McFadden kicks left. Frank Cephas from about the Giant 2. Cephas gets around the corner. McFadden, the kicker, made the stop.
I mean, you return man, never let that guy do that. Let's watch the touchdown again. And we'll see Mike Quick. He just goes right by Kenny Hill. Here's Mike Quick here. Here's Kenny Hill here. He just starts in right up in the end zone. Good throw by Jaworski. But 3 wide receivers, that makes Kenny Hill the strong safety there in the slot. play man-to-man on Mike Quick. Look, he just gets on beyond him. Good throw right over his head. Touchdown, man-to-man coverage.
And the Giant lead is cut to 1. Woolfolk and Carpenter in the backfield behind Phil Simms. Now, Simms on first down. Throws to Bob Johnson. And Johnson looks to be about a yard shy of a first down.
Well, the Giants are probably going back to how they started. Let's watch the kicker, McFadden, make the tackle here. Look, he's going down. He says, I got him. Put that head down, that bear. That wasn't a bad deal. You know, you use the sideline as the 12th man. You used to teach you that in high school. Use the sideline, get him there, bend over. The only thing is you don't put your head down.
And you wear 2 shoes.
You wear 2.
They'll measure for the first down. Completion from Simms to Johnson. It looks like a little bit short. Johnson has caught 7 passes, 121 yards. Giants' 2 new receivers have done extremely well. Byron Williams and Bob Johnson. Byron, of course, has been here a while. Been in the league a while. Parcells and Pat Hodgson in the red shirt.
I'm sure Bill Parcells is thinking the same thing that we are. You know, we get off to a good start. Let's try and get it back now. We slowed down. We gave them life. They took advantage of it. And now we're in here fighting for our lives.
2nd and inches, and the Giants are going to let third quarter expire. That's why Simms is over talking to Pat Hodgson at the moment. And that's the end of the third quarter. The score, Giants 21, the Eagles 20. Giants 2nd and short. 2nd and inches from their own 41. Look out for this one. Byron Williams. Again, the pass is thrown a little bit short. And Simms got it there. 44-yard gain.
The perfect down to do it too. You have 2nd and inches. You know you have a play to go after it. You don't want to waste it. Go on. Here's Byron Williams. We have a man-to-man situation out here. It ends up that way. Thrown a little short, which is the best way you can throw it right here. It's a little short. Make him come back. Let Bernard Wilson run by it, and you get the big completion.
First down, Giants. At the Eagles 16. Simms gives to Carpenter. Carpenter is hit right at the line of scrimmage. Greg Brown made the initial contact.
You know, the thing about that last pass, it was a perfect time to have it. 2nd and inches at the change of the quarter where you have a timeout. So you have a chance to think about it. You can go over on the sideline, talk about it, think about it, and then come up with a big play you want. Your receivers get to rest a little. That's the perfect time to do that.
2nd and 10 from the 16 as Carpenter got nothing on first down. Simms is going to have to put it up again. Eagles in his face. Intended for Zeke Mowat. And Anthony Griggs was right there with him.
I tell you, they needed that rush because he did have Mowat wide open. Or open, I don't know how wide open, but look here, he gets the rush. They're bringing all their linebackers that come. He gets that push right there, and Mowat would have had a completion.
That was Griggs who got right in his face right at the end. And now it's 3rd and 10. Excuse me, John.
See, Phil Simms is a veteran quarterback. If you're going to pound your hand on the artificial turf and you're a right-handed quarterback, pound your left hand.
That comes with experience.
They pound their right hand and they can't throw it.
Simms will operate out of the shotgun this time. That's a good snap. Flags are already down. Bob Johnson takes the touchdown pass, but the penalty markers are down. Let's see who it's against. Good throw from Simms.
It was good. Herman Edwards.
Touchdown.
Got him turned around and beaten. This Bobby Johnson is something, the rookie out of Kansas. He's on Herman Edwards, who's an 8-year veteran. Now watch him out there, right on top, tight coverage. He gets his hands on him. He even hold him, bring him to the inside, back to the outside, and again, a perfect throw, right up over the shoulder where Herman Edwards could do nothing about it.
Johnson's caught 8 passes for 137 yards and 2 touchdowns.
And most rookies, young players, have trouble with tight coverage. Johnson looked like he was happy to see him up there. He said, I'll show you a move.
Haji Sheik makes it Giants 28, Eagles 20. Still plenty of time left to play at Giant Stadium. Flag is down on the extra point. Bill Sims 4 touchdown passes today. It's against the Giants, and they'll have to kick the extra point again.
You know, they're calling that more and more this year. We saw it a lot in the preseason. They want all the linemen up on the line of scrimmage. And what they're starting to do is back off and have too many men in the backfield. It'll probably be a legal formation. You see what happens is they want that tight end to...
Number 53, offense. We will try it again.
They're going to try it again. I guess that was holding there, but what's happened is the lines start to bow back on the outside, and those guys end up in the backfield. We've seen that an awful lot. But on that time, it was Harry Carson, number 53, the wing there, for holding.
Think about this extra point now. A little bit longer. Still got it. That makes a big difference, 28-20 instead of 27-20. Haji Sheik unruffled by the added distance. Giants lead by 8. 28-20. The Giants over Philadelphia. The Giants scoring drive, 4 plays, 69 yards. Sims 16-yard touchdown pass. Hardy is back deep for the Eagles, and Haji Sheik is caught. Hardy should stay back deep.
Even those kickers get pumped up on that deal. You see Haji Sheik on that one? He really let that thing go. Even Haji Sheik got, look, he got a smile, a handshake. You know, he has a cap out now. In fact, he gave me one yesterday. It says Ali all over it, and it has flaps on the back. I was wearing it. Guys laughed at me.
There is Terry Bradshaw on the left side, Vern Lundquist on the right. They are doing a rehearsal-type broadcast today. Terry starts to work for CBS next week. He and Vern together.
Right, and today's his birthday, so happy birthday, Terry, and welcome, and all that stuff you say to ex-quarterbacks that are now doing this.
And good luck. Jaworski outside to Michael Haddix. Haddix gets to about the 28 or 29. Joe McLaughlin made the stop. Still plenty of time left to play in this contest. 13 and a half minutes.
That's what the Giants are doing here. We see Lawrence Taylor now. What? Now he's going to start to rush, draw a block, and then he's going to stop. See, bring that guard out there. Then he stops, and he's going to try and get back out here in case there's a screen or anything. That's what you call spying. You draw a block, but you're also responsible for anything short outside.
Jack Hardy. Not much doing there. Joe McLaughlin again led the defense. Hardy didn't quite make the first down. Scores around the league on this opening day of season number 65 for the NFL. Green Bay's lead has been cut to 1. 24-23. 27-27 tie in Detroit between the Lions and the 49ers. Kansas City running away from Pittsburgh now, 37-20. Miami 35, Washington 17. Ron Jaworski, it's 3rd and short. Spagnuolo is the man in motion. They have the first down straight ahead to Michael Haddix, who, if he had been able to maintain his balance, could have been gone.
This is a big thing in short yardage now. 3 tight ends. We'll watch. Spagnuolo is the 3rd tight end. He comes in motion. You see him right there? Now he leads in on the linebacker. He gets a little cave job there, and then that takes the Giant defense back so they're able to get the first down. That's bringing John Spagnuolo, tight end, giving you the extra blocker at the point of attack.
Pete Shaw is now in the Giants secondary in place of Hill. Jaworski quickly over the middle. Wilbert Montgomery about 9. Lawrence Taylor on the stop.
You know, I think there's a reason for that. The Giants just picked up Kenny Hill this week. He came in and started, and it's obvious that he's not comfortable in the Giant defense because 14 of the points that the Eagles got, Kenny Hill was responsible for. One time on one touchdown on a zone, he didn't get over there, and on the last one, Mike Quick beat him down here in a man-to-man coverage. So they probably figure he needs another week or so, and they're bringing Pete Shaw back in.
That was Kenny Jackson who made that last reception. This is Hardy. Hardy barrels into Giant territory. McLaughlin again on the tackle. Dean Maraldi was shaken up in the Eagles' front line, and he is being checked out now. We told you that Dave Jennings injured his ribs in the first half, and Ali Haji Sheikh now is working out on a different stroke.
Yep, he's trying to get a lot of feel very quickly. Last time I saw Jennings, he was down. He was lying down with an ice pack on, and
Really down.
be interesting to see what happens. Well, now he's going to try a few, see what he has. Oh no, he's coaching. He's coaching him.
First down, Eagles. Jaworski again goes to work. Gets it down the middle of Quick. Quick gets inside the Giant 40. Mark Haynes on the tackle. Quick about a yard shy of a first down, it appears.
I'll tell you, you hear about a lot of wide receivers in this league, but Mike Quick is sure one of the best of that whole bunch.
Lawrence Taylor limping just a bit.
Yeah, well, sometimes you get your foot caught in that carpet right there. It looked like he just got rolled on there. See, right at the end of the play? Whew.
Leonard Mitchell, who is really a load, rolled over him. Nothing doing for Haddix.
I'll tell you, it only hurt for a little while because he came right back on this play. Watch him right here from the outside. Boom, takes on the blocker. He's right there, throws that shoulder in, gets that pile going backwards, grabs a right ankle.
You forget about him. You saw somebody roll on his ankle a minute ago, but when someone's trying to block him straight ahead, nobody ever seems to get to his feet.
No, they never do, and they never seem to phase him. I mean, he can always look like he can play off the blocker, still look beyond and make the play. Like he's not even concerned with that blocker.
First and 10 from the Giant 38-yard line. Jaworski, reverse coming to Quick. Jaworski out trying to block. Quick. It is read quickly. D. Hardison knocked him down. That didn't surprise anybody.
Talk about a guy surprised, but that'd be Jaworski. He was leading, and he had that guy there, Hardison, and he had Burt, the two guys that he had to block. He didn't block either one. But look, how'd you like to be the quarterback 7? Here's a reverse. Now watch, he has to lead him, and look at those two guys he has to block. That's about 600 pounds a guy there. So he decided, I'll just split both of them, get neither of them, and we'll try it on second down.
He managed to miss them both.
I would too. I mean, any quarterback I ever had, I'm sure he would. But yeah, easy to call, hard to do, Coach.
Second and 15 now. The Giant 43. Jaworski in a throwing position. From behind by Casey Merrill. Third sack of Jaworski. He went around Dean Maraldi.
That's one thing Casey Merrill can do, and that's all they want out of him is be able to be a pass rusher. Watch him. He's going to come from the outside here on the right. He's at the right-hand side of the screen, right around Maraldi. Now watch him burst. He gets help. He almost goes down and makes that last dive. That was a heck of an athletic move by a big guy like Casey Merrill. He lives down in the desert in California, out there where it's about 120. You got to be weird to live out there.
Got to be weird to be able to rush the passer.
And he's weird.
From the shotgun on third down. Here's Jaworski. Here comes Merrill again. Pass hits Kennard in the back. Intended for Mel Hoover. Maraldi is hurting again.
Well, Jaworski had to get rid of the ball. His receiver wasn't ready yet. See, he was still looking back. It hit Kennard right in the back of the head. But at least by Kennard, he didn't turn to look back for the ball. He was watching the receiver. Guys with no shirts on here today.
Michael Horan back to kick. Averaging 50.3 yards today. He'll hang this one high, or try to. And does he ever. Into the end zone. 50-yard punt. No return, so they net only 30. But it was a thing of beauty. 28-20. The Giants over the Eagles. Don't forget, immediately following the conclusion of this game, CBS Sports coverage of the U.S. Open Tennis Championships will continue. And you will see Jimmy Connors against Henri Lecomte, who can really play. Stay right here. The U.S. Open is next here on CBS Sports.
Henri can really play? Henri?
Left-handed guy who can really hit it, and does. Here's Carpenter, hit right at the line of scrimmage. Jerry Robinson led the Eagle defense. 7:15 left to play as the clock now becomes much of a factor. Giant defensive unit over on the sideline. Lamar Leachman there with them.
There's Pete Shaw, and he's sitting next to Kenny Hill, and I'm sure that they're talking about that. Shaw has replaced Hill. Hill, it's been quite an indoctrination to the Giants today. Boy, that Mike Quick's pretty good, isn't he, Pete?
2nd and 9, he sure is. Williams is in motion, and Sims back to throw. Screen pass to Carpenter. Carpenter spins away from one tackler. Hit by Ray Ellis first. Reggie Wilkes finally took him down. Carpenter saved disaster.
Ray Ellis is one of those hitting type guys too, and Carpenter just gave him a shoulder. Then right after he gives him the shoulder, he makes a spin move. Now watch it here. It's just like he gives him the shoulder, and then that makes the spin. You see that? Right shoulder, boom, just right around and straight back up the field. Picked up an extra couple of yards.
That'll make it 3rd and 7 from the Giant 23.
And this is where the Giants have never really been good, in this 3rd and 7 or 8 area.
Phil Simms now has 399 yards today, throwing the ball. 2nd best ever in Giant history. Pass is out of bounds. Not good. Caught by Johnson, and Simms just got it there a little bit late. Greg Brown was the real culprit who caused that.
I'll tell you, Simms has been doing something with this Johnson because they really have things down, and he looks for him. It's amazing. You know, that in the first game of the season that you start looking for a first-year guy, that was a pretty doggone good catch, even though it was out of bounds.
And Ali Haji Sheikh is punting, or is back to punt. Would be his first NFL punt ever. The Sheikh has it blocked, and the Eagles take it into the end zone. Picked up by Cower, or Cower blocked it. And number 52, Rich Training, took it into the end zone for the Eagle touchdown.
The Eagles better watch out that they don't celebrate down there too much. That's a penalty this year. Got a lot of stuff going on there. Hey, they had the perfect thing. There's Dave Jennings. He didn't kick it. There's Ali Haji Sheikh. He did kick it, but the Eagles had a block on at the perfect time. I'll tell you, that's a big play for the Eagles special team. Now watch it. You want to get that block. It comes right up the middle. That's where they get it.
I don't think that was the Sheikh's fault. I don't think he was slow at all.
No, some guy coming unblocked straight up the middle is tough for any punter.
It is 28-27.
Watch it here. Let's see if he does take any extra time. No, he just catches and he steps, and when you get a guy right in your face, you know, Bill Cower, it was in that case, it's impossible to punt.
So the lead is cut to 1 again. Some game.
And here he is right here. Andy Haddon steps inside, then back out. Cower runs right by him, right in the face of Haji Sheikh. Now watch, Haddon will step to his left. Watch, there goes Cower right by him. Now he's passed straight up the middle, and that's the place to block the punt. That's the first block that the Eagles have had for a touchdown since 1971. I'll tell you, that's a good time to get it when you're 8 points down. And they put in a new punter, his first time in the NFL. He's replaced it.
Short kickoff. Here comes Wolfel. Got the side to handle it. Can't handle it. The ball is loose. Giants got it back. Cephas. First final of 1984 in the NFL. San Francisco beat Detroit 30-27. Boy, those two teams, the last two meetings have really been something, haven't they?
Right down to the wire, huh?
Last time was in the playoffs. This time it's in the first game of the year. That one was in Detroit. Those 49ers are going to be able to score some points.
They're a lot like San Diego. You know, they can always score points. They have Joe Montana like San Diego has Fauci. They're always going to be in any game they ever play.
First and 10 for the Giants at their own 22. Phil Sims going right to work on first down. Looking outside has Johnson. Johnson stepping back across the field, could be gone. Flag is down. Johnson is gone and now finally run down. Penalty marker down back at the line of scrimmage and at the 50-yard line. It's going to be against the Giants.
Well, we talked about drive stoppers, and the biggest one I've always said is that holding penalty. That's what the Giants have in the line of scrimmage. Then they have another one up here around midfield. It was probably a clip. See, the official doesn't have a hat on. He probably threw two of them.
Use his hat and his handkerchief.
Yeah, right. Use a handkerchief first, and then after you do that, you use a hat for the next one. There's going to be a lot of penalties on this play. But I'll tell you, that Bobby Johnson is really something. I mean, forget the penalty.
We have a holding, number 66 on the offense. Offensive man going out of bounds and touching the ball. They will accept the holding penalty.
Accepting the ball means he caught it after he went out of bounds.
And that's why the hat went down. You see, Johnson must have been knocked out of bounds. So the official threw this hat down then. Once you get knocked out of bounds, you can't come back in and catch the pass. I bet that's what happened at about the 42-yard line. Let's see if we can watch it. Now, if he comes out of bounds, he can't come back in and be the first one to catch the ball. So they must have marked that he stepped on the sideline when he was pushed there before he caught the ball.
Those Eagle players were standing up so you couldn't see it, but that obviously is what happened. So it'll be first down and 20. Back from the 12 now. Sims on the draw play to Wolford. He only got about 3. Sims, by the way, Miami beat Washington 35-17, and that's going to shock a lot of people.
Well, you know, it is a shock on one hand, but then on the other hand, when you take a Don Shula coach team, none of those things shock me. But I'll tell you, you know, talking about this one right here, the Giants have a double thing. One, they want to get out of there, but two, they don't have their punter. Haji Sheik has to punt. The last time was blocked for a touchdown. They want to get that ball out of here, at least give them some comfortable position.
They do have a problem, except they lead by 1, and here's Sims back to throw. Sims under pressure, gets away from the pressure. He's going to run with the ball. Sims skates down at about the 26. Reggie Wilkes took him down. 11 yards for Sims, still short of the first down.
I tell you, the more position that they can get for their punter, the more comfortable they're all going to feel. And of course, the Eagles, they would like to get him down here and know maybe they can go for another block again. Watch this stuff here. You see, they're all rushing where Sims was. He sees a big hole. He just steps right up and picks up about 15 yards.
It's third down now and 6 or 7. 6 we'll call it. Sims out of the shotgun. Has time this time and throws down the middle. Got the first down. Byron Williams over the middle. Elbert fouls.
I'll tell you, that was a big play for the Giants. Sims was happy, but I'll bet you that Coach Parcells and Ali Haji Sheik were probably the happiest guys of the whole bunch. He needed the first. Again, Byron Williams just over that first down mark, picks up the first down. You know, there's a happy sideline because they were all rooting for that first down.
Bill Sims is 23 out of 30 for 409 yards. The second best ever by a Giant quarterback. The best was by Y.A. Tittle. Morris struggles outside the 40. Billy Ard. Wes Hopkins in a little fracas. Ray Ellis made the stop.
Let's watch Zeke Mowat here, the tight end. He's the end man, and the man in motion coming. We see Mowat picks off the linebacker there, and then we get the man in motion getting his block, and there's Ard coming around.
28-27. The Giants over the Eagles with 2.5 minutes left to play. Giants leading by 1. Second down. Sims gives to Morris. Morris short of the first down by a couple of yards. Jerry Robinson on the tackle. The clock keeps moving. Another final. New England, they broke on top early, and they had to hang on to beat Buffalo 21-17. Two-minute warning at Giants Stadium, where the score is the Giants 28, the Eagles 27. And 2 more busy minutes left to play. Well, the situation is a little different than we thought it was going to be. 2 minutes, 5 seconds left to play in the game. The Eagles called a timeout 5 seconds prior to the 2-minute warning. So we'll see. That means they only have 2 left now.
Right, they'd called a timeout. The officials had seen it, but the clock didn't, so they let it run down to 2 minutes. So the referee made him put the 5 seconds back on the clock.
3rd and 1, and I suppose you have to look for Rob Carpenter, number 26. In motion is Andy Hedden. Carpenter got the first down.
That was a big, big first down for the New York Giants.
Now the clock stops with 2 minutes left to play, and jubilant Rob Carpenter. Giants 28, Eagles 27, and 2 minutes left at Giant Stadium.
And see why. Here's 6'5", 280-pound rookie William Roberts. Watch the drive box that he gets so the Carpenter can come right in behind him. Watch his movement that he gets. He really takes off. 280 pounds. Gets that thing. Now there's the crease right there. See it? Now watch. Here comes Carpenter behind the lead block right in there, and that got him the first down. That was some kind of short yardage drive block by a rookie tackle or any kind of tackle.
Something that the Giants were unable to do last year. They have made 22 first downs today. 17 passing, 5 rushing. None bigger than that one. Sims gives to Morris. Morris, maybe 1. The Eagles quickly take a timeout. Here is another final score. The Packers held on, making Forrest Gregg's debut. A happy one. They beat the Cardinals 24-23. They can put some points on the board, too, if they can just stop somebody.
I'll tell you, I think under Forrest Gregg, they're going to be a much more solid team this year. Now, the Eagles have used their second timeout, so they'll be able to take their third one after this play, if it's a running play. Then because they used one before the 2-minute timeout, they're going to be a timeout short. And the Giants are really breathing a lot easier over on that sideline, knowing that they haven't had to punt yet.
Don't forget, coming up, U.S. Open tennis. Jimmy Connors against Henri Lecomte. Connors seated number 3 and playing extremely well. And Lecomte, if you haven't seen him play, is a left-hander who doesn't just try to keep it in play. He hits out on every shot.
I like those guys that hit him hard.
Well, Connors does that, too.
Yeah, both of them. Scream them over the net.
Second down and 8 from the 49. Their own 49 for the Giants with 1:56 left to play in the game. Carpenter gets a rest. Here's Sims on the rollout. Sims barrels for a first down almost. He was faced by an Eagle right at the line of scrimmage. And he just gave him a leg and took it away. A shake and took it away.
Tell you, he did. That's that old naked bootleg. Naked meaning that you don't have anyone pulling for you, pulling in front of you, blocking in front of you. Right there was Joel Williams waiting there for him. Sims got him out there, held him, and then boom, he took off and got the first down. Now the Eagles have to take another timeout, and for all intent and purposes, this game should be over.
4 carries, 22 yards rushing for Phil Sims, and 409 yards passing for Phil Sims.
He's one of those guys that has that Ali Haji Sheikh hat.
Phil Sims' day today is not bad for an invalid. Pat Summerall, John Madden, the Giants 28-27 over the Eagles. 1:45 left to play. The Eagles are out of timeouts. Sims with a great day. Byron Williams, by the way, and Bob Johnson have really had big days, as has Lawrence Taylor, at whom you look.
The fans like it. They're all giving standing ovations here.
They got the wave going around the stand. Here's Carpenter. Carpenter hanging on to the football, covering up the football. Wes Hopkins on the stop. Clock will now continue to run with a minute and a half left to play.
They're all yelling the Giants got an offense.
The wave goes around the stadium. Something that got started in Seattle, I think. Now it's found its way around.
They haven't had this much fun in this stadium in a long time.
They really haven't.
Last year was a drought.
Bill Sims has used 8 different receivers today, and he just kneels on the ball, and now there is less than a minute. Nothing the Eagles can do but watch the clock run.
The Giants aren't going to run the play to the fullback. Remember the time they did that against the Eagles?
Oh, wow.
This situation?
Zonko and Pisarcik. Very happy Harry Carson. 25 seconds left to play, and that ought to do it. Sims again drops to the ground. Bill Parcells. Zeke Moab caught the first touchdown pass. Parcells happier right now than he was all